Radio talk. Go
Well,
ahead.
welcome, listeners and viewers, to the Financial Empowerment and Motivational Show. We're broadcasting from the Positive Radio 106.9 FM, New York, with none other than our own Auntie Donna Corncolor Moore Stewart on PositiveRadio.com. This is your host, Christine Gallimore Wright. I am a licensed insurance producer and a financial advocate for living benefits. I can be reached at 888 225 9593. That's 888 225 9593. Or livingbenefits4u.com. That's living benefits with the S, the number 4, and the letter U.com. Okay, my main topic today will be types of insurance. I'll be also having a guest on, so I'll just touch on that and until my guest gets here. And of course, I like to start with my prayer. Okay, I want to show gratitude. Everybody must learn to show gratitude, right, for the blessings that life has bestowed on you. We're showing gratitude to God, of course, and also to mankind, right? So, God has provided us with more than we could ever imagine every day. Consider that. He has surrounded us with good people, friends, and families that always look out for us, right? And bless us every day with kind words and actions. And we, in turn, must try to bless somebody every day when we can, of course. They lift me up in ways that keep my eyes focused, talking about my friends and my families, and they make my spirit soar. Also, thank the Lord for keeping me safe, keeping us safe, for protecting us from those things that seem to haunt us. Help us to make better choices and provide for us with advisors to help, like me, with life's difficult decisions. Okay. So we may speak to each other in many ways that we always know that someone is there who care. And with this, I am very grateful and thankful for acknowledging God and for serving and giving gratitude to Him and to my friends and families. Amen. So I do my prayer. I'm going to go for my affirmation, of course. My affirmation. I treat myself with genuine self respect and compassion every day. I tell the negative voice in my head to take a hike and make space only for loving and compassionate self talk. I prioritize my health and think about what is truly serving me with each decision I make to take care of my body. I know exactly what's needed to get done today to grow my business and to myself, and I'm committed to getting it done in a productive and efficient way. There ends my affirmation for today. And let's talk about goals. GOALS. Right. So, goals have to be intentional, all right, and measurable and attainable. Let's talk about measurable. These goals are defined with precise times, amounts, or other units, essentially anything that measures progress towards a goal. A measurable, a measurable goal statement answers questions starting with how, such as how much, how many, and how fast. So that's measuring your goals. And what I learned today, very fascinating. Let me get on that. What I learned today, it's about a country, and knowing what's going on today, I was very curious. I tinkered with Mesopotamia. That might be a cradle of civilization, but it's a cradle of wine. That country let me say, a republic, former Soviet Republic of Georgia. Okay, where archaeologists generally agree that wine probably got its start approximately 8,000 years ago. So winemaking in the country of Georgia dated back to 6,000 BC. It is widely considered the birthplace or the cradle of wine. That's Mesopotamia. Evidence suggests that only Georgians in the South Caucasus would bury containers of grapes in the ground over the winter and dig them up. Fermented results in the spring. Archaeologists discovers dating from around 6000 BC shows the incorporation of grape symbols in art and sculpture, and wine drinking items were commonly placed in burial sites. Tradition Georgian wine is still made this way in huge earthenware containers known as qvevri. Qvevri. Yes. Today, Georgia wine isn't as famous as Italian wine or France, but it still get exported all over the world and is particularly popular in the US with some 500 grape varieties. The country boasts a wide range of famous reds and whites, as well as its trademark orange or amber color. So here's a toast for the Georgians. That was a former republic of the Soviet Union. Georgians don't call their country Georgia. Instead, it is known as Sakartvelo. Sakartvelo. One of Georgia's most popular tourist attraction is Vardzea, a 6,000 room city carved out of caves. Just imagine vacation in the caves. I'm scared of bats. Georgia has 12 climates, zones. I didn't know. And I have to check out those zones, ranging from subtropical to permanent glaciers. For its size, it is one of the most ecological, diverse countries in the world. Okay, so what I took away mainly is that it's not even much the why, is that it has 12 climate zones, which is fascinating. Okay, so that's what I learned this week. One of my main thing that I learned. Okay, um, and I'm coming from positiveradio.com, 106.9 FM, New York. I can be reached at 1-888-225-8255. 9593 and at livingbenefits4u.com. Okay. Let me touch on the topic of do's and don'ts of having a very relaxing vacation. Of course, we have the workaholics, moi, trying to slow down, not willingly, but trying to be a little more relaxed. So, some do's and don'ts of having a very relaxed vacation. Do plan your final working week before you go to make sure the important tasks are done. This will help you feel more in control and reduce any feeling of guilt for taking off. Yeah, right. You think they're going to feel guilt of taking off or leave work for me? Nope. Another do. Hand over important tasks to your colleagues so you can relax knowing they're being taken care of while you're away. It also means you won't come back to a mountainous backlog of work. Better said than done, right? Another do. Start winding down. On the run up to leaving and set more time aside to relax in the evenings. This will help get you used to relaxing and help build excitement for your trip. So, what I think that is telling you to start winding down, like start doing less, most likely at home, right? Prepare yourself mentally to enjoy the vacation, of course. No, a don't. Don't overplan your vacation. In a bid to restore a feeling of control, it will make the break less relaxing for you and everyone else. Okay, it will make the break less relaxing for you and everyone else. So don't overplan. All right, so just use sandals for the sand and a hat for the sun, bathing suit for the water, and of course you could buy food there. So don't go ahead and pack your suitcase with food. If you're traveling to the airport, they're gonna throw it in the garbage anyway. Do allow yourself to occasionally scan your emails. Wrong, wrong. But be strict with yourself. Experts say that a quick check of your emails can help you relax knowing nothing terrible is happening in your absence. You're right. You just said the vacation, put it on vacation mode. Let it bounce back. Somebody else must pick it up. Do get stuck into activities. Find something enjoyable that will keep your mind occupied and help you avoid thinking about work. Yeah, I love volleyball. I'll, set up net on the beach, get my ball, do that, with my family. Don't be tempted to do any work. While you're away, while a quick read of your messages can help dispel your worries, actually doing work will mean your mind will switch back into work mode and can make you stressed. Yep. Do stay off your smartphone. Oh, really? As much as you can. This will allow you to concentrate more on enjoying your vacation and get a better quality of sleep. That I know. My phone will be off. It won't even vibrate when I get my sleep. Pick it up, turn it on. Oh, missed a call from who? Couldn't be my husband. Yeah, who else? So be off again. Back to have a good meal, play, enjoy myself. So you got to plan for your return, of course, your safe plan. So do leave your out of the office one during your catch up period to help prevent an influx of requests from your coworker and keep their expectation of a response to a minimum. Of course, turn on your vacation mode in your email. Then, if you have phones, I used to have phones that you could put the out of office message on the phone. So if they dial your phone, they will get that message. Alright. So hold on to your vacation de-stress tactics to help keep you relaxed. If you discovered a great book or realize that you find swimming therapeutic, then try to continue these activities when you return. So this if you discovered a great book. Of course, we're going to take Auntie Donald's book with us on the vacation. That's one of the best books we're going to take. Auntie Donald's book. Take more than one. Take two, three, and give it out to a friend, a stranger. They will enjoy and be blessed. So pick up a couple of Auntie Donald's book, take it on vacation, and give it out. So don't be tempted to work late to make up for your time away. Keeping to regular hours will help prevent burnt out. We spoke about burnt out a few weeks back, and also prevent old bad habits from returning. A great vacation can give you a new lease on life, offer a new perspective, and the time to truly indulge yourself. It can also do wonders for your professional life. You will also return with a refreshed, healthier state of mind and body, hopefully, which can actually help boost your productivity and the quality of your work. Okay, so no more excuses. Invest in yourself and start booking the vacation. All right, I know some cheap flights are on now. All right, so book a vacation and get going. So don't become a workaholic during your vacation or your preparation to going on a vacation. So remember, it says wind down, don't overwork. Okay, and I will continue as I await my guest. And you, I, I could touch on signs of a workaholic. So, workaholic, we call it workaholism. It sounds like a disease. Has been studied for almost 45 years. So, in today's digital world, it really adds a new dimension to the concept of work addiction. So, that's what workaholism is. It's a dimension to the concept of work addiction. Wow. Technology like smartphones, laptops, and tablets provides opportunity to work from anywhere, anytime. For some people, that means working all the time. So, although technology might improve, should improve our work life, it can also turn you into workaholics. Well, so the ability to take work hours blurs the line between work and pleasure, as many people feel compelled to continue working long past the official quitting time. Guilty. Often there's an expectation that people will be available during evenings, weekends, even vacation. They better be. When I'm on vacation, they better be available. For high pressure work environment, I know definitely some. You have the hospitality, which is catering, hotels, the logistics, working at the airport. Because I know working at the airport, you are not guaranteed to get a weekend off because of seniorities. You have people working there 20, 30 years before you, and it's a bidding system. They will get the weekends off before you, and you will end up working weekends for maybe 20, 30 years before your time comes around to get a weekend off. So it's a high pressure system in the airport for all airlines, right? And also for in the medical field. These nurses work long hours, nurses, doctors, and assistants. So those places are high pressure places. Okay. So all right, we ought to give me a moment. We ought to think about our environment and the places that we work on, we work, and what how we deal with our deadlines and the environments and the fast-paced world, which longer works for hours for most people. But the entrepreneurs disengaging work from especially can be especially difficult. After all, missing an important call or not responding to an email fast enough may equal lost revenue. So that's why some people, tend to work long hours and, instead of enjoying going for vacation and all that, they will work the hours instead of taking vacation. All right. So it can become a problem that workaholism has been coined the addiction of this century. Okay. So when does our willingness be constantly available across the line into becoming a workaholic? Question. So when does our willingness become constantly available across the line into becoming a workaholic? Most researchers define a workaholic as a person who works excessively and compulsively and is unable to detach from work. All right, let me detach myself a little and tell you we're coming from positiveradio.com, 106.9 FM, New York. Of course, the Auntie Donna Show with the cone caller, positiveradio.com. Okay, give me a moment. So, but up until now, there hasn't been a definite different way to differentiate a hard worker from a workaholic. Researchers created the word addiction scale, which uses the following criteria to assess the likelihood that an individual possesses a work addiction. A moment. Okay. So the following criteria that assesses a person with work addiction. Firstly, you think of how you can free up more time to work. Oh, great. All right. Secondly, you spend much time working than initially intended. I am so guilty of them all. You work in order to reduce feelings of guilt, anxiety, helplessness, and or depression. Hmm. I remember telling quite a few people that work is my therapy. And a few years ago, I'm like, what was I telling people? No wonder they be loading me up with all the works. Oh, so that's, I'm guilty of all of these. So let me give you my email again. My phone number is 888-225. It's 888-225-9593. And my website is livingbenefitsforyou.com. So that's living benefits with the S, the number four, the letter U.com. 1 moment. So I'm still into the criteria that they say you likable. You possesses work addiction. You have been told by others to cut down on work without listening to them. Amen. But you know what? That's hardly. I've hardly been told to cut down on my work. I've heard it a few times, but not enough. I've heard it by some people who does care, but not enough. You become stressed if you are prohibited from working. Yeah, I will. I will finish my workload, my allotted work, and go and find something else to do. Go and help other people do their work. Right? Meanwhile, they even get up and leave me doing their work. Go shopping, go have lunch, something else, and I'm there finishing up their work, which now I know it wasn't good. It's not good. I deprioritize hobbies, leisures, activities, and or exercise because of my work. Yes, I certainly did that. I am guilty of all of these, and I was a work. I have workaholic. I have been diagnosed with workaholic. Oh my god! So I know I have to get back into my hobbies. I try to much better these years. Get back into my hobbies, leisure activities, and I'm exercising a bit more because I'm prioritizing what to be done and getting assistance wherever I need help. Right, you get someone else to help you along the way. The other reason is you work too much, that it has negatively influenced your health. Hmm. Yeah, I do. I can attest to this sometimes because I'll be working, and skip my lunch. And doing so, I have to, whenever I get a chance to eat, I will just eat crazy, fast, right? I remember my husband saying, "Oh, you're not at work. Take time, chew your food." I'm like, "Oh, just realized that I'm really not at work, so I was just chewing and swallow because I'm thinking I'm going back to work." My husband said, "Stay still, sit around the table, chew slowly, and swallow. You're not going to work. You're not going to work. You're at home. You're having a meal. Sit and enjoy it." I'm like, oh, it's like I have to train my thought, train myself that I don't have to do that. So I'm basically guilty of all of it. All right. And if you answered often or always with all these points, you may be a workaholic. I was a workaholic. I want to say I'm no longer is. Um, could I say 60% is? Do you have to be 100% to be called a workaholic? I think I've gotten over at least 40% of what I used to do. All right. So the study conducted concludes that about 8 and a third% of the Norwegian workforce is addicted to work. Oh Lord, they're the one who always be entering this strong man and strong lady competition. No wonder chopping hoods and pulling cars and boats and everything. The Norwegians. Other studies have suggested about 10% of the average population in other countries are workaholics. So 8.3 of the Norwegians are addicted to work, and the other populations is 10%. So, oh, they are less than the other rest of the, the world. People identified as workaholics often rank I in terms of these three personalities traits. Their agreeableness, workaholics are likely to be altruistic, compliant, and modest. Here. Neuroticism. Workaholics tend to be nervous, hostile, and impulsive. No, no, no. I don't know how to be hostile or impulsive. I don't know. Only if I'm pushed. Intellect and imagination. Here. I can imagine far and wide. That's what make me a simpleologist. Because I will simplify everything. I'll go around what you said you put the paper to do there. I'll simplify that in a minute and get it done. All right. So they says, oh, workaholics are generally inventive and action oriented. I can attest. The study found that younger workers were most likely to be workaholics. Younger workers. Oh, well, I don't know what era they're talking about. Gender, education level, and martial status did not seem to play a role. Parents, however, were most likely to be affected compared to those without children. That's true. You know, having kids, you got to run around, chase them, and be multitasking. Have one under your arm, making breakfast. Have the other one tied up in your leg. Try not to burn yourself. So, of course, parents have to be workaholics until their kids are big enough to, take care of their tasks for themselves. Let's talk about the dangers of being a workaholic. Although some managers may feel secretly giddy when they have hired someone who is willing to work all hours of the day and night, in the long term, it hurts company and individual. Sure. The study found that people who work more than 50 hours per week are most likely to suffer both physical and mental health consequences. The inability to detach from work may initially appear to result in increased productivity. Over time, however, productivity decreases and relationships break down. Okay, so it all runs down to the stress factor. So, uh, workaholics, it can be dangerous when stressing yourself, and of course, it could have create health risk and premature death. Sure, because stress kills. Stress can kill if you don't take time out to look after you, to de-stress, to rejuvenate. All right, your blood pressure goes up, your sugar level goes up. I know that, and these are all health risks that can lead to premature deaths. Because working long work hours also sets an interesting dynamic. The more people work, the more money they can make, of course. But the longer hours, right, they reduce the amount of leisure available for them to take vacation, right? So they could enjoy spending the money. So working long hours, you don't have the time to take vacation, all right? So you would make the money, but you don't have time to take vacation. To make sense? So you could spend your money and enjoy yourself. So you do that without even realizing that, right? So life can quickly become all work, no play if you're not careful. All right. So being a workaholic shouldn't be a status symbol. Instead, it should be treated as a serious condition. Workaholic should be treated as a serious condition. One of the main problems with treating workaholism is that the diagnostic and statistical manual does not recognize it as an addiction in the same way as alcohol and drugs or even gambling addiction are diagnosed. This means insurance reimbursement for treatment may not be available. So you cannot go to the doctor and tell the doctor, I am a workaholic. Please treat me in half and bill my insurance company. It's not available. The treatment is not available by your insurance company. No. So that means you're to take care of yourself. It's your responsibility to take care of yourself and to maintain a good work environment with yourself for yourself. It says, however, help is still available. Treatment can be arranged from attending self-help groups. I know that. Usually involves learning how to disengage from work, self-care, the big thing, big factor. You can use strategy to re-engage with family and identify methods to become more efficient. So perhaps the best course of action is to develop self-awareness. So make one of the days that you off, maybe half of the day that you're off, you're gonna treat yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, go to the spa. You could go together. His and her spa day, mani pedi, massage, facial. Okay, so it worked for both men and women. Spa day is great. Men and women can benefit that. All right. So monitor the time you're putting into your work and take notice when your work life is created problem in your personal life. That is one of the big things. When your work problem comes into your personal life, then you know you are deeply, deeply a workaholic. So you're to practice disengagement, like taking regular vacation. Don't do like me. I will leave my vacations on the table. I used to do that, right? And let I will even like let other people. I'll even work for other people while they have their vacation, right? And that's not a good thing. So we're to set boundaries and develop a balanced work life. Is is that Barbara?
It is.
Okay.
It
So
is.
we're to develop. Is that Barbara?
It is. It is bad.
Welcome, Barbara.
Hi, how are you?
Good, good. This is Barbara Market, everybody. I think I've been I touched on being a workaholic. I've
I've
given
been listening to you.
I know. So you could spend the a few minutes, maybe the 8-10 minutes, and clean it up for me because
Yes.
because I try to define a word
Mhm.
workaholism just like
Mhm.
alcoholism.
Yes, yes, it is. It
So
is.
I want you to come and clean that up for us all the listening audience. Workaholism.
Mhm.
How should we stay away from being diagnosed with workaholism? Because of course our insurance doesn't cover
Right,
such a
right.
diagnosis. Take it away, Barbara. I know you're a coach. All right, so take it away.
Yes,
Go.
I'm Coach Barbara Muckle, and yes, I've been listening to you, Christine, and giving some good pointers on not being burnt out. Ultimately, what
Okay.
we're talking about is being burnt out from different things, especially working on the job that you don't even get to eat.
Oh, tell me about it.
We call it cut and go. Cut and go.
Eat and go. What do you call
Yes,
it?
just cut and go or chop
Cut and
and go.
go.
Yes,
Oh,
which is
okay.
not healthy. Which is not healthy.
No,
Um,
certainly.
I just, as I was listening to you, you're so right. So many of us fall into that category where we are always on the go. We do not take time for self,
Mhm.
especially living in a society where the demand is always to get things a quick fix,
Yes.
get things done, get things done, get things done.
Yes.
What we realize in this industry, you're looking at the individual and looking at how much you're putting into work, and how much are you taking out, really.
Yes. Yeah.
And if you look over the course of our lives, we spend more time working than anything else.
Than anything else.
Anything else.
Yeah. Then spending
So
time with your family. Sometimes the kids grow up, they don't even know you.
they don't even know you because you're
Yeah.
not there, because
Exactly.
we have to make the
Yeah.
bread, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have a scenario with a truck driver. He was
Mhm.
always on the road, and he
Mhm.
came home one morning and he went to the bathroom and saw this kid in the bathroom with beard and everything. He wanted us to kill the he
Oh
thought it
my
was
God.
somebody, a robber or somebody, you
This
know.
kid.
And yeah, he wanted us to kill the guy. The guy said, no, 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 no. This, like I said, this is Trevor, daddy. This is Trevor. It's like, oh my God. Imagine, look, I almost killed my kid.
Can you
Didn't know
imagine?
his kid. Yeah.
Can you imagine? So not
Yeah.
only are we actually hurting our physical body, but
Yeah.
our family is suffering from what we call fatigue of the absence
Yes.
of the parent there, or the absence of being able to connect with
Yes.
families and friends. But
Right.
the first thing that you can do to add on what you're saying this evening is that you need to take time for self. You
Yes.
need to find that place. You touch on topics like you're taking a little bit more time and you're doing you're prioritizing the things
Yes.
that really matters. And
Yes.
so the first thing we have to do, we have to look at our status, where we're at. Look at your situation and see where you can cut back. What can you do? Today is a beautiful day outside there.
Yes.
Did you go out and take a walk?
Right.
Do something for you. Are you eating healthy? And
Right.
even if you're eating healthy, like you said, are you chewing your food? Are you
Yes.
taking the time?
I'm so guilty of that.
Your husband tell you sit down.
Yes.
Yes, sit down. Because
I,
being able to chew your food and have those conversation, it's
yes.
bonded, it's easy on the body.
Right. And you
So
know what he did too? Is he says, listen, we're not gonna sit around the TV. We're sitting around the table.
sit around the table, sit
Exactly.
around
And
the
it makes it better.
table.
Yeah.
One of the most beautiful things that we have lost as a society is to come together at a table. All
Right.
the stories that our families will have and will always have in their head, and the
Right. And
memories were
cherish.
created
Yes.
at the table. So
Yes.
not
Certainly.
not only are you actually taking care of yourself, you're doing bonding, and you're taking care of the mental and the physical.
And the physical, yes.
You
So
have to. And and
yes. So
and, and go outside. It's getting beautiful. Take some
yes.
time and go outside. I know I
Right.
don't have a lot of time. Um, the another evening we'll come on and we'll just dissect
Yes, definitely. I do.
that.
Thank you. And I right. I know that you're a coach, as I said, and you could, and how can I get in touch with you? Give them your
Okay.
number,
Yes,
right?
I can. I am Coach Barbara Muckle, and I can be reached at barbaramuckle.com. That's my website. My
Right.
website is barbaramuckle.com.
That com.
I'm also on Facebook at Empowered Women Beyond Divorce. And
Perfect.
I am here, and I will leave the rest of where I can be found. I'll give the information to Christine.
Yes, and of course, anybody get in touch with
You will
positiveradio.com.
have me there at
You can
Positive.
get in touch with Coach Barbara Michael, Auntie Donna Con Color, 106.9 FM,
Okay.
positiveradio.com. We can get in touch with Coach Barbara. I do
Okay.
thank you, sis. And of course, another time we'll take it,
Further. Yes.
further with another good topic.
Another good topic.
All right. I thank you
Okay.
for coming on.
You're
All right.
welcome.
So
Good evening.
let me close out and tell everybody my number, of course, is 888 225 9593. And of course, my name is Christine Gallimore, right? I am a licensed insurance producer and also a living benefits advocate. I am licensed in almost every state in America. So if
Okay.
you want all your insurance needs taken care of, give us a call. And also for coaching, one-on-one coaching, I can get you to Barbara Muckle. That's Barbara Muckle,
Okay.
MUCKLE.com.
That's
Okay.
it. Barbara
And of
Muckle.
course, we have our lipids,
Yes.
positivelips.com. We
Okay.
have our Antana's lipstick, lip line. So go to positivelips.com and get them. You can also get them on the website at positiveradio.com. Thanks for coming by, everybody. Have a good weekend.
Bye,
Enjoy yourself
everyone.
and be safe out there.
Okay. Let's connect.
Yes.